Hey friends, today we are hanging out in Epcot and I am so excited. I bought the Lightning Lane Premier Pass that allows you to skip all of the lines, and we are going to ride every single ride in the park today. So I figured I'd make a video and share my experiences with you. On top of that, I want to see if there's any new food in the park and talk about some of the cool things to expect in Epcot for 2025. So we're going to eat some food, ride some rides, and have a beautiful Epcot kind of day. Anywho's, let's go do this. It is such a beautiful day out today in Epcot. Temperatures are in the low 60s. We have a cold front here in Florida, and I'm excited to just hang out in the park and ride all the rides and show you guys around. The Lightning Lane Premier Pass cost me $209 for today, and that price changes depending on the park and how busy the season is. It includes 11 attractions and experiences, everything from Guardians of the Galaxy to Soarin', Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and like I said, we get to skip the lines for all of them. And the best thing is we don't need a certain time. Like, you could just show up whenever you want and scan your ticket and just go up the Lightning Lane and ride whenever you want. And normally I wouldn't buy a pass like this because I live locally and I can ride the rides whenever I want, but I figured, like I said, I would make a video, share my experiences with you, and let you know what I think. And for some reason I woke up this morning and I was just like, you know what, I think I want to ride every ride at Epcot today. Well, it looks like I picked the perfect day to buy this Premier Pass. Journey into Imagination with Figment is a 35-minute wait. Look, the line is actually outside. That's crazy. Today's just a Tuesday. Nothing special going on today, just a regular Tuesday. We're not going to start with Figment because I kind of have a little plan on how I want to ride all the rides. I think we'll start with Spaceship Earth, and then we'll make a left and make our way through Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Space, and then into World Showcase, do a full lap, and then come back this way and end with the seas with Finding Nemo, because I think that's a good way to do it. A nice big lap around the park. And like I said, I'm excited to see how long it's going to take me to actually ride all the rides. Right now it is 11 a.m. so I'm gonna try to keep track, and also I want to make sure I point out the wait times on the attractions just so I know that it's worth skipping the line. Like you saw, Figment usually is like a 5-10 minute wait, 35 minutes and the line's outside. I guess it's time to start making our way to our first ride of the day, Spaceship Earth. And what a great ride to start the day with. An opening day attraction here at Epcot, and one of my favorite rides of all time. Something else I thought would be cool to do before we ride each ride is talk about the attraction and maybe point out some of my favorite things about the ride. Like, for instance, Spaceship Earth. I love all of the animatronics on the attraction, but my favorite animatronic is the sleeping monk because I have a mold of his head at my house. Isn't that cool? I have an animatronic head mold from Spaceship Earth, and that's probably why it's my favorite animatronic. So now let's make our way in and let's go thank the Phoenicians. Look at this, the wait time's a 30-minute wait and the line is going all the way up the hill there. So like I said, I guess I really did pick the perfect day to test out this Premier Pass. There was no wait for the Lightning Lane. We walked right up the ramp. And make sure your face is clearly visible.
Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented it. Then we hit a roadblock. Rome falls, and the great library of Alexandria in Egypt is burned. Much of our learning is destroyed, lost forever. Or so we think. We had to invent a new language, spoken not by man, but by computers. At first very large and expensive computers, but we see the potential.
Ladies and gentlemen, our time travels have been momentarily delayed. Please remain seated. Your time machine vehicle will begin moving again at any moment.
We got stopped.
Ladies and gentlemen, our time travels have been momentarily delayed. Please remain seated. Your time machine vehicle will begin moving again at any moment.
It's always been a dream of mine to do a walk-off here at Spaceship Earth. So whenever we get stopped like this, I kind of get excited. Maybe they'll come by and say, all right, everyone has to leave. And then we get a close look at the animatronics. He looks like he's doing some real important things over there.
Your vehicle begins moving immediately.
Aw, shucks. Well, Spaceship Earth was the perfect way to start the day. And something cool to be excited for in 2025 is the new Spaceship Earth Lounge that's going to be opening up in the backside. It used to be Siemens Lounge, but they're going to be doing like their own like Spaceship Earth Lounge where they're going to have drinks and some other cool things inside there. And I can't wait to see what it looks like because I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But now let's make our way over to Guardians of the Galaxy. It's time for Guardians. Right on the backside of Spaceship Earth where you see those windows, that's where the new Spaceship Earth Lounge is going to be. Used to be the Siemens Lounge, and I'm so excited for that to open. I think it's going to be amazing. But now, like I said, it's time to make our way over to Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not going to record the rides in their entirety. I'll probably just add like a minute long of each ride, or else we'd have a very long video. I just want to give you an idea of what the rides are like in case you've never ridden them before. But I'm excited, and I think it's going to be a fun day. And I'm excited probably most for Guardians and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. I feel like I never ride that ride because it's always busy. And the funny thing is they just started doing the single rider, so it'd be cool to see if the single rider line is open. I know they're just testing it here and at Rise of the Resistance. And here it is, Guardians of the Galaxy, my favorite roller coaster in Disney World. And there's actually some big news about Guardians of the Galaxy that just came out today that I want to tell you guys about. As most of you guys know, since Guardians of the Galaxy opened up, it's been using a boarding group, a virtual queue, but starting February 25th, they're going to get rid of the virtual queue and there's going to be a standby line. So you could just show up and wait in line to ride Guardians, which is a huge thing because, like I said, for the longest time, you used to have to join like a virtual queue if you wanted to ride, and that goes for Tiana's Bayou Adventure too. And probably my favorite thing about this ride is the song selection. Each time you ride, they give you a different song, and Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World is my favorite song, so hopefully we get it. Looks like there's no line for the lightning lane, and we just walk, oh wait, never mind, a little bit of a line for the lightning lane, but that's not too bad. You got some pre-show entertainment right here.
You made it! I mean, of course you did.
I'm going front row, and like I said, I hope we get Everybody Wants to Rule the World, or September. I do love September too. Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, headed for the jump point. This plan is never gonna work.
Rocket!
Well?
Okay, I'm locked onto your vehicle.
We'll be right behind you.
Nothing to worry about.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, then you're likely doomed.
Drax!
It was useless to follow me. What is that noise?
Noise? No one's gonna
stop rock and roll from existing.
Ah! The balls! Big bang!
But not alone.
Yeah, well, nobody's perfect. Remind me to raise our rate.
Woo! I almost lost my hat.
You're all heroes.
Do you really think they deserve to be called heroes? Or do you see how they dress?
It's just a figure of speech, Drax.
We're lying to them. Now I understand.
Welcome to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy was so much fun, and I can't believe I got Disco Inferno. I feel like I rarely get that song. Normally it's like either Conga or September, but it was a nice little switch up. And now we're gonna go from one ride where it simulates you flying through space to another ride that also simulates you flying through space. And here it is, Mission Space. It looks like the wait times are 10 minutes for the less intense version, and then 15 minutes for the more intense version. And that's kind of a low wait time, but mostly because a lot of people don't like riding this ride, including me. I don't like riding this ride. Like I mentioned before we ride the ride, I want to talk about the attraction and point out things I like the most about it. But there's not a lot of things I like about this ride. It makes me kind of sick, and if you are not a fan of tight spaces, they kind of cram you in there like a sardine can, and it's not very comfortable. But if I'd have to point out one cool thing, I would have to say the queue. I think the queue is amazing. I love walking through there, and also I think it's really cool that they have bags in the ride in case you get sick. Like, if you get sick on this ride, there's a bag in front of you that you can do your business, and I don't think I've ever seen a ride like that, and hopefully I don't have to use it. So I think we'll head in. I think I'm gonna do the less intense version though. The less intense one. This is what I was talking about before. If I had to pick one thing that I love about this ride, it would have to be the queue because it's so cool in here. I love all the pictures, and I love that the first dog in space was Dalmatian. They have it on the wall over here. Well, it didn't really happen. Fictionally, the first dog in space was a Dalmatian. The first family in space and the first dog in space. Look at that. It's a Dalmatian. How cool. I wish Gracie can go to space. I think after this we might have to take a break and get something to eat, because that's 2 space rides back to back, and I don't want to hurl my space guts. These are the flight simulators, and look how tight it is in here. And it's only going to get tighter because they close it down on us.
After you get settled.
There we go. Oh, and look, here's the encased bags. Oh, and now this thing comes down in front of us.
A reminder, Commander. Your assignments are to activate flight sequence.
I'm ready.
Landing, activate manual control.
Loading flight plan.
Engineer, just a reminder. You will activate the flight cameras when we reach
Oh boy.
You will also
This is tight.
for landing.
I'm ready. Oh boy.
Mission control, the tower is clear. They're all yours.
Computer override initiated.
Navigator, initiate thrusters to adjust pitch. Now.
Thrust.
Initiated.
Oh boy.
Your flight path today is taking you across the United States, past the Grand Canyon, and leaving the continent at San Francisco.
I feel my cheeks melting.
In a moment, you'll be crossing paths with another X2. Now
Left.
Right.
Right. Left.
Back to center.
Oh, come on. Center.
They're coming in too high.
Coming in hot.
Pull back.
Ah.
Welcome back to Earth.
We did it.
Welcome to the astronaut corps.
Okay. Head back.
Oh.
Releasing restraints.
That was something else. Well, at least I can say I did it. And the less intense version really isn't that bad. Like, I felt a little G-force, but nothing like too crazy. The orange one, you can literally feel like your cheeks pushing down so hard. And I got a free souvenir. Look at that. I could take it home and maybe make a puppet out of it. Oh, wow. Sadly, I wish we can ride Test Track, but it's closed for refurbishment. It should be opening up, I think, in 2025. And when it does, they're going to add it to the Premier Pass. And I'm sure it's going to make the price go up. Because if you look at Magic Kingdom, because they have more rides there, their Premier Pass goes for like $350, where we only paid $209 here at Epcot. But once that bad boy opens, I'll be here. I'm so excited for it. Since we can't ride Test Track, might as well make our way into World Showcase so we can go ride Frozen Ever After in Norway, and then we'll make a little lap around and go ride Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and then back out to the other side of the park to finish up with Soarin', the Land, Figment, the Seas. So we're doing pretty good. I think before we ride Frozen though, we should probably get something to eat. And since we're making our way into the World Showcase, I'm thinking about something from one of the countries. Maybe Norway? They always have good food at the Norway bakery, and I wouldn't mind getting myself a nice little sweet treat. A little sweet treat before Frozen. I feel like Frozen Ever After is probably the longest standby wait in the park as of right now. Once Guardians of the Galaxy switches to a standby line, I'm sure that's going to be the longest wait. But I'm excited. I'm excited for Remy's too, because I feel like I haven't rode it in a while. But a little snack is definitely needed after Mission Space. So quick bakery stop and then on to Frozen Ever After. Holy moly, I think the standby line for Frozen Ever After is going all the way back to China. Oh, I don't even know what the wait time is. Oh, it's an 85-minute wait time. 85 minutes. Oh, we're going to give it a little bit. Right here is the bakery I was talking about. And they always have a lot of good sweet treats in there. So might as well grab something. If you're looking for the best bang for your buck, I'll tell you what, the Norway Bakery has the cheapest sweet treats on property. Look at this lefse. You can get a lefse, which is like a flatbread rolled in cinnamon, sugar, and butter, for only $3.79. I might get one of these fancy Norwegian pretzels. They look really cool, but I know the school bread's a very popular item. And also, something interesting, they sell Voss here, like the water Voss, because it's from Norway, so they kind of keep it in tradition. And I love that. And here's all the different sweet treats they got. Look at all those delicious treats. I was only going to get one sweet treat, but I was easily persuaded on getting two, and I ended up getting the Norwegian kringa. It's like a Norwegian pretzel, and I asked the cast members which one was better because they have an almond one and a chocolate one, and they said, why don't you get both and try and find out for yourself? And I was like, you know what? I like the way you think, so I got both of them, and they look so good. Like, these look so beautiful with the drizzle, and I think I'm going to like the almond one more. And the fact that these are so cheap is still blowing my mind. The fact that they have a snack in there for $3.79, the lefse, I should have gotten that because I've had it before in the past, and I think it's probably the best snack for like your buck, like the best bang for your buck. But let's dive on into these pretzels and see which one I like more. I have two pretzels, I have two pretzels, I have two pretzels. Hey, I think I'll start with the chocolate one. Look at the back side of it too. It doesn't look like a regular pretzel though. It has like a different color to it. All right, so here we go. The pretzel, the chocolate Norwegian kringa. It doesn't have like a pretzel taste to it. I don't know why I keep calling it a pretzel, because it might look like it. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing the proper way to say it, but who knows? Maybe it's a different batter. I like it though. It's pretty good, but I want to try the almond one. I already tried the chocolate one. Look at the almond one. Oh, I don't want to drop all my almonds, but look at the backside of that. The backside of the almond Norwegian kringa. So, oh, wait, I think there's like raisins in there. Hold up a second. I see some raisins or some craisins. I don't know which ones they are. So here we go. If I'm picking my favorite one, I think I'm gonna have to go with the almond one. I like the chocolate one, but that almond one has so much flavor happening with the raisins, the almonds, the icing. Much too good. I'm sure we'll probably get another sweet treat or something to eat later on in the video because we're gonna be here for a long time. We have, I think, 5 more rides to go and then 2 shows. I don't know if I should do the shows. I mean, I paid for them, might as well. The shows are Turtle Talk with Crush, and then I think the shorts, and it's included in the Premier Pass. You can't like pick or choose. So maybe we'll go on them. If not, like I said, I really want to focus on the rides themselves, finish up these little pretzels, and let's go see Olaf. Let's go see Olaf. I almost bet this one, but this is the one I want. It's time to make our way up the lightning lane. Look at this. It is so busy over here. I don't even know where the lightning lane line starts. Or maybe there's no line for the lightning lane. Maybe it's just a walk. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that. Over on this side. There it is. Lightning lane. And like I said, we're lucky, man. This is a super long wait. This is definitely worth it for this. But I don't know about $209. I don't know if that's worth it. The last time I rode Frozen Ever After, I rode it with Neil Patrick Harris right before, I think, Christmas. And it was such a great time. So I'm excited, and hopefully I don't get too wet, because you can get a little wet. You can become a soggy bottom boy real quick on this ride. Oh boy, here we go.
Come on, let's go and play. Elsa wants to give us all some fun. She's making everyone a snowy summer day. Oh, you're going to Elsa's ice house. Let's go. I'm going, and it'll be so beautiful. See you there.
On a day very much like today, Anna saved her sister with an unselfish act of true love at the fall of Frozen.
Oh, and you're your best friend.
My sister's magic night.
Are you ready to see Elsa?
They were born ready. For the first time in forever, we get to share this frozen fun. For the first time in forever, Elsa's divine. To say I can do to test the limits and break the law. I hope
Finally do what Frozen things do in summer. Da-da, da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
the hot and the cold are both so intense. Put them together.
It just makes sense.
I got a little wet. It's mainly when you sit on the sides. If you sit in the middle, you basically avoid any of the splashes that come in on the sides. But I had a lot of fun. And I forgot to mention what my favorite thing about that attraction was. And I think my favorite thing about Frozen Ever After is that one little gnome that pops out at the end. I'm sure I'll put it in here. Well, it's after the ride, but you probably have seen him pop up there at the end. Now I think we're going to keep walking around World Showcase, make our way over to France so we can ride Remy's, and keep on enjoying this Premier Pass. So far, like I said, I don't think it's worth $209, only because I feel like when people come here on vacation, they spend enough money, especially on tickets and food, to, you know, add on more like that. I think they should make it a little bit more reasonably priced since people are spending so much money. If it was like $100, maybe $150 cheaper, I probably would get it every day. You know, it's kind of sad there's no rides in the back of World Showcase. I know when they were first coming up with concepts, they were going to put a ride in Germany. I still wish they would. I don't know if they got space for it, but I think there needs to be an attraction in the back of the park. Because now we're just going to have to walk right through here just to make it over to France. they have the American Adventure, but there's no lightning lanes for that attraction, and it's not included in the Premier Pass. So the next closest thing, like I said, is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and then we're done with World Showcase and back on out to the front of the park. But we've made it to France. Look at that. It's time to make our way back to Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. It looks like the wait time is 65 minutes. 65 minutes for Ratatouille. This is a fun ride. I wish they'd open up the single rider line. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? My favorite thing about Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is during the ride, you shrink down to the size of a rat. That's why everything's big. But at the end of the ride, you go back to your regular size and you can see the size of the tiles get large. And I'll show you once we get done with the ride. But they'll start off like very small like this. But then once you get to your like big size again, they're gigantic. And I think that's so cool. And look at that, they actually have the single rider line open. They had the single rider line this whole time and they haven't had it open, but finally, that's awesome. That makes Epcot one of the best parks for single rider when Test Track opens back up. And it looks like it's a 65-minute wait. Wow, I always love looking at this fountain. It's a fancy fountain. I got my special rat glasses on, and it's time to eat some ratatouille.
Venez, suivez-moi, je vous prie. The chef Remy is waiting for you. This way. Qu'attendez-vous?
Mais oui, that's it!
Oh, it smells like oranges in here.
What are you doing? Que manigancez-vous? Il va aussi me falloir rapidement 4 ratatouilles pour la carte.
We made it!
Hey, thanks for coming, everyone. Vous êtes toujours les bienvenus, chers amis. À bientôt et bon appétit. Et Mino.
Remy's Ratatouille Adventure was a lot of fun, and it's good to see the single rider line open. And did you see how the tiles went from big to small as you're walking out? I think I said it the reverse way when I was explaining it to you. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. The only thing with that ride is when you go in the tunnels, it kind of messes with my eye vision. It messes with my head a little bit because the screens are a little bit blurry. But now it's time to move along, and we only have 5 more rides to go, or 4. We've got Figment, Living with the Land, Soarin', and the Seas with Little Nemo. Little Nemo, you know him! Finding Nemo! It's starting to look a little busy here as it gets later in the evening, especially in that general direction. Look at the sea of people, but it's okay, we're making our way out to the front of the park. It's kind of crazy seeing the difference in the wait times and the lines for Journey into Imagination now compared to this morning, because right now it's only a 10-minute wait. Earlier, the line was all the way out here, but it looks like there's almost nobody in line. Thank God we got that lightning lane. My favorite thing about this ride is also in the queue, because as you walk into the right, you'll see like this caged area. They have a Buzz Lightyear in there. It might be hard to show you, but Buzz Lightyear is literally standing right there. Do you see him in the cage there? Isn't that cool? Buzz Lightyear is in Figment. Bye. See you next time. See ya.
Welcome to our special drive-through open house. I'm Dr. Michael Channing, Chairman of the Imagination Institute. Hello. On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. Continuing now, if I may, in a calm, scientific, figment-free manner, the things we see with our eyes can control the eyes of the imagination. Let's begin by using the eye chart to test your vision. Now, all together, if you would please read line 3 and hit.
With F-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently.
Figment? Oh, he's gone. Our research shows that smells often trigger the imagination, especially when pleasant, familiar smells come into play.
Come into play? I'd love to!
Figment, this is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination, so let the good times roll! Woohoo! You win 1 cent!
I love it.
Really? This? You're turning this entire open house upside down.
Upside down? Now you're talking! That's the best idea you've had all day! With just a spark of inspiration, I made my house an innovation. Imagination really found around. They felt right up and upside down. Now here's a real open house. Come on in. So what do you think? Is it great? Imagination is the friend of the house. You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation.
Figment was a lot of fun, and like I mentioned before, we also have a lightning lane for the Disney shorts. Like I don't know what they play in there, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it because I'd rather just start making my way in for Soarin' and Living with the Land. And plus, I don't think you can film in there, but at least I'll show you. Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival is what it's actually called, and this attraction may be frightening for children. I never knew it said that, but it's really cool. It's a bunch of different short films, and they used to have a Mickey Mouse meet and greet in here before they built the meet and greet area that they have now. And Mickey used to meet right over here. Look how cool it is, because it's like a wall full of different Mickeys throughout the years. Oh, and here's what's showing. I feel like they've been showing these shorts for the longest time. But like I said, we'll go make our way over to Soarin'. I kind of wish Mickey was still meeting here. I think I'm gonna keep Soarin' and Living with the Land for my last rides. Mainly Soarin' for my last ride because it's my favorite ride in Epcot. So we'll start making our way to the seas with Little Nemo. We're finding Nemo. And probably my favorite thing about this ride is the classic Boy Meets World episode where Topanga and Corey ended up kissing, or they met at the top of the seas, and like Topanga just randomly reaches in and starts petting a whale or a dolphin. I used to think that was the coolest episode ever. I love all of the sitcom episodes at Disney. I think they're the coolest. But now it's time to make our way to the seas. Nemo swimming out to sea. It looks like it's a 25-minute wait, which is honestly kind of long for the Seas, because it's just like an omni-moving ride that takes you around an aquarium, but it's a lot of fun and the kids like it a lot. And look at this sunset we're having. It's getting so beautiful out. I'm really happy we decided to come out today.
Eyes open for along the way. Let's go explore, explore, explore. Let's go explore the big blue world.
That's jellyfish.
You're good. And I'll take you.
Jellyfish. And the next one, jellyfish.
All right, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Stop playing games.
Games? I love games. Ooh, I'm thinking of something.
Well, the Seas was a fun ride. I kind of just sit back and relax with that one. And I always like to see what kind of like fish I can see in the aquarium. One of these days it'd be cool to see like a shark just swim right up as the characters are like projected on the glass. But now it's time to make our way to the land. Living with the land. Only 2 rides to go, and like I said, I saved the best for last. Soarin'. Oh, well, we gotta do Living with the Land first, but it's the land featuring Soarin'. As I was standing out front, someone said Soarin' went down, so I hope it opens back up by the time we get off Living with the Land. That's the last ride of the day. Can you imagine? We did all of this and we're not able to complete it? I'd be so sad, but you know, like I said, I live here and I can always come back another day. I'm not even looking over at Soarin' to see if it's open, but Living with the Land is only a 5-minute wait. And probably my favorite thing about this ride, I think definitely has to be the big house outside of Garden Grill. I'll show you guys once we get in there. I think using my lightning lane made it longer because I had to walk around the whole queue when there was nobody in the standby line. Looks like I got lucky row number 1. I always love riding in the front row on this ride because it looks like you're literally gonna just drop right on into the water. Oh, and I love the smell of that bromine.
Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year.
Ooh, there's somebody back there working in the biotechnology lab. Oh, I just saw him get up. It's a human.
Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture.
All right, we just got off Living with the Land, and now it's the moment of truth. I hope Soarin' is open back up. Oh, we are in luck. And look, the wait time's only a 30-minute wait, but we have the lightning lane. But still, I'm so happy it's open. I am so happy that Soarin' opened back up. And that's it. We did it. After we ride this, I can officially say that I rode every single ride that was open today at Epcot. And my favorite thing about this attraction is the whole attraction. It's my favorite ride in Walt Disney World. It was the ride that made me fall in love with Walt Disney World. Because I remember when I first came on vacation down to Florida, I remember riding this ride and then getting off of it and having goosebumps and thinking, wow, that's the closest I'll ever get to traveling the world. Little did I know that just a couple of years later, I would actually be traveling the world. And I thank all of you guys for it. Thank you so much for watching the videos, and I had a lot of fun today. So now let's go ride Soarin' and finish our little challenge.
Soarin' to tower. We are ready for takeoff.
And with that, I think we are done here today. I wish I could have shown you a little bit better of Soarin', but I got the last seat to the left, and it kind of makes everything look distorted. Either way, I absolutely love that ride, whether or not the buildings are slanted or not. But I had a great day today, and I'm so happy that I got to ride all of the rides. So now I guess it's time to head home, check on little Gracie girl, and call it a night. There she is, the most beautiful dog on earth. Gracie girl. You like a little treat? I love how she takes it right out of my hands. And also, I wanted to show you guys my sleeping monk head from Spaceship Earth that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Isn't that so cool? So he has his head down on the desk there. I also have one of the heads from World of Motion. I think it's this guy in this scene at the top there. I just wanted to show you because I thought it was cool. I really love how my shelf is coming along. Oh, my most recent purchase. I absolutely love the Land Before Time, and I want to start collecting the Pizza Hut figures, the original ones, and I found this one, so I decided to get it. Now I have to get the rest of the characters. I thought they were so cool. Let me know in the comments if you ever had one of the Pizza Hut Land Before Time puppets, because I love these. It just makes me feel nostalgic. It goes well with my pet monster. And with that, I think we are done here today. I had a lot of fun hanging out at Epcot, riding all the rides, but my dogs are barking. It was a very long day. I think it took me about 5 hours to get everything done, but that's me because I don't get around the park as quick as a lot of other people. I would say roughly, if you bought that Premier Pass, you can do all of the attractions probably in about 2.5 hours. Literally get them all done and then just be out of the park if you want to. I personally don't don't think it's worth $209 because I live here and I get to go to the parks all the time. But if you want to come down and you only have one day and you want to get everything done, then I'm sure a lot of people would want to buy it. I mean, $209 is a lot of money, but people pay a lot more for other things, especially at Walt Disney World. So I guess let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's worth the price tag for the Premier Pass? Do you buy it, or are you never going to use it? And I hope you enjoyed the video because I enjoyed making it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!